Hello, my friends. Welcome to my Teams page. I just want to do a quick demo. This is going to be quick, fast. I just want to show you how easy it is to do this process. And I want to emphasize why it's important to not disregard those sample passages. So we're going to take everything we just saw in those sample pages and apply it right now. All right. So here we go. I want to create an assignment. Remember, reading progress is inside the assignments in Teams. So where did we find that? Oh yeah, I want to attach because it's inside. I got to keep digging just a little, right? So then I'm going to click on reading progress and I get this wonderful screen of options. Here's where I want to elaborate a little on our thinking. So we know we can upload something or we're going to browse this sample library. And I really want to emphasize this sample library. So I'm a second grade teacher right now, and I noticed down here that it says reading passages by ReadWorks. I use ReadWorks in science to build background knowledge, in social studies to, learn about content from real world articles and things. And so, wow, I was excited to see that it's not just some words or some stories somewhere, right? So I also try to connect learning. So for example, I know in Unit 1 Science, we're talking about matter. And solids and liquids is a big part of that. And I usually go to ReadWorks to get an article on that. Well, I see solids and liquids right here. And it's a passage I was already familiar with. So even if you're not already familiar with those articles, I want to tell you that they're very beneficial. All right? Another thing I want to talk about in this sample library is that you can assign based on your student's reading level, and there will be passages in here based on those reading levels. However, I encourage you to assign a passage based on their current grade level. So what are they expected to do? The reason I do that is, well, I'm second grade, so I need to quickly accelerate them. Another reason is I need to assess and progress monitor how they're doing towards their goal. And I don't want to start way back there. I want to start right here, even if it's only 2% accuracy today. Tomorrow it's going to be 3% accuracy, but it's going to be 3% accuracy on their grade level. So we're, accelerating towards the goal. Of course we're going to differentiate. Of course we're going to scaffold. But I just want to make that point a little known. All right. So I know I want to assign this solids and liquids second grade passage that's in ReadWorks. So how do I connect it to ReadWorks? Well, you see my second tab up here is ReadWorks. And I'm going to quickly log in as an educator. ReadWorks is free if you don't have an account. I have placed the link to the resource readworks.org in your resources. So to connect it to this passage, solids and liquids, second grade even gives me the level and how many words, not a lot of information over there in reading progress. So in ReadWorks, I'm going to find content. I simply type in the title that I got from reading progress, right? Sample library, and I see it right here. And I know it's the same passage because I can see a summary of it here. When I click on it, it's going to show me the whole passage in ReadWorks. Also, it's going to show me a vocabulary activity and a question set. So I can choose to assign this in ReadWorks a full question set or an express question set. So dive into ReadWorks and find out the difference in those. When I click on assign over here in ReadWorks, another best practice for building background knowledge and helping students to really use their decoding skills for unfamiliar words is to allow them to use audio, even if it's not in their plan. Allow them to have audio when they're, tackling new concepts and new text. All right. So that's why I like that they hear the words over here in reading progress. They're hearing it read to them because if they're unfamiliar words, then they're going to go back. They're not going to memorize the word, but they're going to use their decoding strategy. And when it's time to attack that word, they're going to know to go from liquid. They're going to know liquids is not UI would be maybe long U to them. So they're going to know solids and liquids, because they're going to have heard the word and seen the word, and they already know the word, right? Especially if they're doing some pre-activities on it. So I'm going to assign that, and I want to align, that's why I have both of the tabs open. I want to align that with the assignments that I create over here in Reading Progress. So the same week, what I do is assign ReadWorks the first 2 days of the week as their independent reading time. And then the next 2 days, 2 separate passages. And then the next 2 days, they're going to go back to those same passages and read them for fluency. Later on in the year, you might want to swap that and have them read those passages as a cold read or not. The choice is yours. As the expert, you are in control, my friends. That is why I highly suggest you use these sample passages in the sample library before you deep dive into the other ones. Going forward, I will probably use ReadWorks passages. I can export them as a reading document, as a PDF, and upload them into Reading Progress. So even after I use all the passages this year, I might pull some more content in from ReadWorks, because that is a great, thank you Microsoft for thinking of that. I don't know who thought of that, but that is an empowering smash right there. So let's smash these tools and make better readers. Back to the main topics.